Hey everyone, welcome to our new weekly client educational series. I am calling the Legal Latte. So every week, usually on Saturdays, we're going to send out a new video and it's going to really be about business development generally, not always about financials, but business development. And a lot of it is things that I'm learning myself in the firm. And then also questions we get from clients, things that I think are going to add extra value to you and help you run your firms better. So this week, we're going to kick it off with talking about your rates and are you charging enough? Quick question. When was the last time you looked at your rates? And I know a lot of my CFO clients, we have this discussion at least once a year, but when was the last time you looked at what you were charging? So I have several clients that once we've gone through this process, they've been like, wow, I am charging way less than my competitors. And there's definitely some opportunities to there. We're going to have a little heart-to-heart today about whether you're charging enough or whether you're sponsoring your clients' legal problems. Spoiler alert, we don't want you sponsoring your clients' legal problems, right? Let's just cut to the chase. If you're not charging enough, you're definitely losing money and you're also losing other things. So you're losing time because you are working more hours to make up for it. You're losing energy because when we don't feel like we are being adequately compensated for the work we're doing, it is a huge energy drain on us. And your profession has a lot of emotional energy that you put into your clients, right? So we want you to feel good when you're showing up for those clients. And you're probably losing some of your weekends or your evenings, right? Because you're catching up and that now is becoming your hobby instead of an actual real hobby that you should have. Here's what I want you to remember. Your prices reflect the value that you bring, not the discount you feel bad about offering. So we want prices to reflect value, right? And not discount. So how to know if you're undercharging? Here's a few things to think about. This is the quick test. 1, are you afraid to raise your rates? If you're afraid to raise them, you might be undercharging. Are you often saying to yourself, well, they're a good client, I'll just do it for a little bit less? 3, are you barely covering your expenses, right? So look at your profit and loss. Do you have a profit? If you don't, you are probably not charging enough. And then is your bank account balance not matching your workload? So do you feel like you're working more than the money that you have to show for it? Even if you say yes to even one of those things, you really need to start looking at your rates. Here's a little actionable action you can take. This is a down and dirty way to check to see if you're charging enough. Write down your average fee per client or per case. So calculate that. And then now list your costs to serve them. So think about your time, your staff's time, software, overhead, and even coffee, right? Because we need our coffee. This doesn't have to be a precise, pull up every single cost, but generally speaking, what is it costing you to provide those services to your client? And then you're going to subtract that. So average fee per case minus your average cost per case, and that's going to give you what's left. If that number isn't making you smile, it's time to raise your rates. And no, your clients aren't going to leave you. And I can tell you the ones that do leave you probably needed to leave anyway. In fact, you're probably going to get better clients at higher rates because the whole psychology of you get what you pay for comes into play here. That's a whole nother Legal Latte episode. But your clients are going to respect your work more. So one thing to think about too, I talk to clients about this all the time, is it's not an all or none. So you can raise it incrementally every 6 months for the next 2 years. You can raise it once a year for the next 3 years. You can do whatever feels in alignment with your vibe, but start making progress and increasing those fees. So you have to get that target in place. So here's the deal. We're not running charities. If you want to do pro bono cases, do a pro bono case, but the rest of your clients are going to pay you a fee. You're running a business. Your business needs to make money, and not just for the rent, to cover your overheads. It needs to make money for you as the firm owner. You need to be compensated for the risks that you're taking and the hard work you're putting into building that business. So take a look at your pricing this week. Ask yourself, am I charging enough? Go through those 4 questions. If you answer yes to any of them, you need to look at your fees. And are you making it easier for your clients by charging less at your own expense, right? So we definitely don't want to be in there. No more sponsorships. You deserve more. You deserve better as the owner of your firm. Okay, that's your shot of espresso for the week. Wisdom for today. Until next time, keep your lattes hot, your invoices accurate, and your bank account happy. Bye-bye.